One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Colorado Buffaloes, Boulder, Colorado. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Put total leather to crank us up. Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The inside handoff. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Using his legs, it's Price. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
The Buffaloes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Lewis wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
This move just oozes confidence, going for it on 4th down from their own side of the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a grab past the marker. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
The offense changing the play. Looking downfield on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Here they come on third down, and the defense has had no answer so far. Lewis to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Going right and going deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, we saw earlier in the game, after not getting it on third, going for it on fourth down and having success. So you got to wonder, after that incompletion, are they going to try that again and stay aggressive here on fourth?
And this one will be touchdown down at the 25. On the move, it's Robinson. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Sooners can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Buys a little extra time. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Really nice job threading the needle on that pass. They've had a lot of dudes that were able to do that in Norman, Oklahoma. Josh Heupel, Jason White, Sam Bradford, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. The names go on and on and on, hurting you in the passing game with their vision, with their accuracy. This guy, I tell you, he fits right in this Oklahoma offense.
Oh, they're after him. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Fires to the wideout. And a big deflection on third down forces a fourth down.
Man, that's perfect third down defense. They know the ball's going to come out. They're sitting back in zone coverage. Everybody has vision on the quarterback. Break on the football, bat it down, force the fourth down.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Converts on fourth down, still going. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Makes the grab. There he goes. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And the Sooners line it up with a 1st and goal. Wants to throw. It's Hawkins. He's got him in the flat. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game.
And listen, if I have a playmaker at running back like that with that kind of speed, yeah, I'm going to throw the swing to him too. He drops back, surveys the field. He says, I know my guy can make a play, gets the ball in his hands right now on the swing. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Williams. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Here's the pressure. They get to him as he throws.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. It again, and here comes the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Buys a little time with his feet. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And I think out routes are solely about timing because that wide receiver is going to get to a point and break it off straight to the sidelines, and you could just tell he put too much mustard on it and just led him a little bit too far.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bobbles him up.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Looking to pass. It's Hawkins. Firing to the right, complete. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. We reached a quarter break with Oklahoma on top, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. The Sooners looking to convert on 4th down. This is a designed run. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. No problem for the offense there. They just took care of business.
And you practice these situations nowadays, you know you're going to go for it on 4th most of the time. 4th and 1, you feel very confident. You're ready to rock and roll. They get the 1st down.
It's complete. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sooners! They'll try to tack one more on their score. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll run it again. Got enough for the 1st. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. The give to the back. Turning it on. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Looking for a gap. It's Price. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
The sure hands, it's Atkins. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Caught in the backfield, it's Price. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Quarterback keeps it. doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it. How about that one running it too? Great push up front.
They go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense understanding the situation.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
On the move. Got enough for the first. Flying out to the left. He's at the 40. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it from the red zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Oklahoma! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
Coming out with it, it's Williams. He's not even going to make it to the 20, much less the 25. He'll mark it out of bounds at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Breaks away in the middle. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bucks!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Handoff from the gun. Breaks into the open. Got the first down and more. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Pulls it in, it's Robinson. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Intercepted.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. Complete to the left. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Colorado! Lining up to add another. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that Big 12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Austin city limits. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll try the run. Hard running there. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
The throw to the outside is complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Buffaloes want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw on first down. Got it! That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Catch in the middle, it's Price. And he will score! Touchdown, Buffaloes!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And the extra point is good. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Leaves it with the running back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Buffaloes will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown Sooners. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Good concentration to get that squibber inside the 15. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The give to the lone running back. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not.
And the defense, Dave, got him at the 27. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Finds the tight end. He stopped a little bit short. They'll mark it at the 38. It's 4th down. I understand the desire to keep the ball, but going for it inside your own 40? On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And the incomplete pass lets his defense get the ball back for its own in great field position.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Pulls it in. It's Kent. Across the 25. He's got room. And he's brought down after a nice gain. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
Yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they cell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Hawkins. Headed to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They'll try to add another to their lead. What a run for this playmaker to just elude the defense and get in for the score.
And I tell you what, defensively, you can't let this guy get on the edges. You cannot give up contain. When you're defensive ends, you got to stay outside. You got to make sure you know this guy's going to scramble and try to make plays, and you got to make sure you keep him in the pocket.
They'll pull in the squib kick inside the 15. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. To the air on 1st down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fires to the big fella. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Wide open on the right. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple of shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. The Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. And the Buffaloes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Making side adjustments here. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Atkins. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. And the Buffaloes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Give him 6. Touchdown, Buffs! Ready to try the point after.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Leaves it with the back. At the 35, he's loose. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
To throw, it's Hawkins. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on third down, forcing the fourth down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll start this drive going to the air. The sure hands, it's Gibson. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out of the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Gonna swing it on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
There he goes! Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset a bit.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. Got his man to the left. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. If you like old-school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who start through the first three periods. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So first down will open up the final period. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Running back searching for a hole. No more room to run as this defense rises up on third down, and now it's fourth down from the 22.
Fourth down coming up.
They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And it's such a good job by this defense. This offense is trying to find a spark, trying to get back in this football game. They're trying to be aggressive. The defense answers, and now you put your offense in a...
Turning it on! Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now first and 10 from the 40.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Quickly out to the tight end. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
It'll be a run on third and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And the Sooners send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Takes it on the return. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Buffaloes want to move quickly. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's Williams. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
That's caught. It's Hayden. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature them in the pass game. Why? Because you get matched.
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Sooners! They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Alabama rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting team led by Mac Jones, Najee Harris, and Devontae Smith. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. It's complete to the right. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football.
Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Now this offense is back on the field. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Fires left. Makes a connection. And he makes a completion there. Set up and in business at the 20.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking to throw on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. And he's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
He wants to change this route. Back to pass on second down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Scoops it up, still a live ball. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And they can't complete the bullet pass on third down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Rushes on him. And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every fourth down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are in the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. A linebacker, you could tell. He had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Quickly to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing it.
Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Firing to the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Number 83.
And another passing touchdown for this Sooner quarterback. He keeps this up, and he might wind up in that 100 touchdown club with Baker Mayfield and Landry Jones.
So many good guys that have had good days, but how about this day? I mean, fitting the ball all over the yard, just padding the stats, and you start mentioning guys like Jones, and you start mentioning guys like Baker Mayfield, that's Sooner pristine legacy there.
Might be changing the route. Looking downfield on first down. Looking to scramble. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Sees him in open space. An opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Under fire. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. As he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now facing a third and long. To the air, it's Hawkins. Complete to the right. Breaks into the open. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Yeah, and I like this offense keeping the foot on the gas. You got to lead by a couple scores, but keep the foot on the accelerator. Nice job. Another big play down the field for this offense.
The Sooners with the 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. Got room at the 35. Offense on the move. Hey, big play there. Gets it to the 30. Looking for a productive play on first down. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, Does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David, every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today.